Hello, Gemini. How are you? I hope you're well. Yes, Gemini, I'm back. It's been a year. It's been a long, long time. I never actually got round to doing any of the air signs when I recorded all my old videos because I did them all based on elements. So I did like earth together, fire together, etc. So I never got to do any of the air signs. So I do really apologize about that, Taurus. But nonetheless, I'm doing you now. So I'm sorry I'm stood up as well. The lighting is really shocking right now in my room. So this is kind of the best I can do for now. I hope I won't give you motion sickness. But quick intro. No dates on the readings. If you find it resonates, then that's great. You can take something from it, but please, Gemini, don't try and force the message to fit for you. If it really does sound like your storyline, then there is something in there for you, and if it doesn't, then that's fine. You might have a message in the next video. Energies can be reversed, and there was one more thing that I can't remember. Energies can be reversed. No dates. Don't try and make it fit. No, that's it. That was it. It's just that I joined two of those things together in a sentence. Oh, dear Taurus. Gemini. Sorry, I literally just did the Taurus reading like 5 minutes ago, so that's why. So I'm still probably buzzing off Taurus energy because that was a very, very high vibe reading. So let's just breathe for a minute. Gemini. Oh, Gemini. You've got the eagle underneath at the bottom. King of Air. Gemini, that's you. So, Gemini. Oh, your energy feels a lot more grounded than Taurus did, which is very, very ironic because Taurus is fixed earth and you are air. So, that's interesting. My feet feel like they're just suddenly glued to the ground. Like really glued to the ground. Are you stuck, Gemini, in something? Are you feeling stuck? Maybe you're just really been pulled into the realm of the earth right now. You're not in your mind space too much. You really feel very connected to your body at the minute. So, Gemini, what Gemini are we picking up on today? Sorry, the cards have been very, very patient recently. They're really taking their time for a message to come out, so we'll just have to wait because I like to wait for them to jump. Like that. Hold on, Gemini. Oh, Gemini. The hawk. Oh yes, Gemini. You know, it's interesting because here I was sat saying that I feel really grounded and really embodied. You've got the hawk. But what's interesting, Gemini, is because underneath the deck, when I showed you at the start, we had the eagle, okay? And in the picture of the eagle is in flight. In fact, it almost looks like this could be the eagle here in the background, right? But I said that your energy was feeling very, very embodied right now. And then we have the hawk, who is literally sitting on top of a tree. What is the tree? The tree is rooted firmly into the earth. So there's something, Gemini, about your energy that you are still embodying the totality of the Gemini. You know, your mind space is still extremely active. It's still functioning like a machine that is well oiled, well cogged. You know, your mind is very, very sharp right now. It's very sharp. You're picking up on details. You're thinking through situations, but you're still very, very grounded in reality. You're not getting lost in it. You're not ungrounded. You're not getting carried away by the realm of the mind. So the type of energy that I'm feeling, to try and like encompass it in, I suppose, like an example, is sort of like, you know, a boss or a CEO at work, just as a very, very broad example, you know, take it how it resonates in your life and your circumstance. But it's like a boss or somebody in charge at work who has a lot of responsibilities, who is having to do a lot of calculations right now. They're having to fix a lot of things. They're having to do a lot of sorting and processing of information very, very, very fast. and very, very, oh, what's the word? Gemini, your air, give me the words that I need. Very efficient, that's the word I was looking for. Efficient. There's something very, very efficient about how your brain's working right now, but at the same time it is not becoming too much for you. You're still standing very, very powerful. You're still very, very rooted in the earth. You're still very much like, right, okay, brain's going 110 miles per hour right now. I'm trying to organize everything. I'm trying to keep on top of all my responsibilities, but nonetheless, I'm not letting it get on top of me. I'm keeping it clear-headed. I'm keeping it clear sight, clear vision. I'm not clouded. I'm staying rooted in reality. And you're allowing all of the information that you're processing in your mind to translate into reality, into an actual physical movement of some description. So say, for example, if you're a boss at work and you've got all these responsibilities and you're trying to organize everything, you're thinking about it and then you're actually writing down a physical plan for the moves that we need to take, the next steps that we need to take. Gemini, hope that makes sense. Okay. God, I hope this really doesn't cut out halfway through because I'm not sure how much storage I've got on my phone. Okay, so Gemini. Let's pull some more from the storyline for Gemini. Ooh, yes. Okay. What was I just saying before, Gemini? Okay, we had the poop come out. This is the card of resolution. This is the card of pulling things together, tying them in a nice little bow, everything coming together neatly, tying up all the loose ends, okay? When it's upright. But the pook's come up reversed. I was going to say Taurus again. The pook's come up reversed, Gemini. So what was I saying about, it's like your mind space is 100 miles an hour right now because there's so many things that aren't resolved. There's things that you need to resolve, Taurus. There's things that you need to tie up. There's things that you need to figure out, that you need to calculate, because the energy at the minute is like really struggling to find answers, feeling quite weighed down. You're weighed down, Taurus. I keep saying Taurus. I mean, it kind of fits really, because what was I saying? Your energy feels weighed down, which is kind of why I keep saying Taurus. Because Gemini, you're meant to be up here. But at the minute, it's like bump, planted straight down onto the tree, planted straight down into the earth. So there's something about your energy that is very, very weighted right now. Responsibilities really might be, I don't want to say that it's coming too much or it's too heavy on you, it's too many responsibilities, but there's definitely something about you that doesn't feel as light as you did before. And you're really trying to find resolutions to all these problems, all these situations, all of these like small issues that just keep kind of popping their head up. You're really trying to find answers and solutions. That's what you're trying to do to Taurus. I swear to God, Gemini. That's what you're trying to do. So you're very, very weighted into the earth realm right now. You're more of a Taurus right now than Taurus was in the reading I just did. He was more like a Gemini. She was more like a Gemini. Where'd that card go? Boom. The Sage. So this is Virgoan energy here. This is the Hermit in the Tarot. It's a correspondence to the Hermit in the Tarot. So this is deep, deep consideration. This is tapping into that well within. It's someone who can take a lot of information, a lot of different layers of a situation, and who can sit there in their wisdom that they've gained. You might be significantly older, Gemini. I might be sort of connecting to an older group of Geminis here. Because this is Merlin. This is the person who, went off into the woods for like 50 years, and got the wisdom, the knowledge of life. He's got all the answers. I actually think this is how people are seeing you, Gemini, in a situation. So I kind of feel like I'm connecting with like bosses or business owners, because of obviously everything that's going on right now in the world. Like, you know, there's so much uncertainty. I feel like I'm really connecting with somebody who has a lot of responsibilities to other people in their life, and people are looking to you to be that source of guidance. But you're very respected, Gemini. Very respected. There's something about your energy that is, you know, you're not like a dictator. That's the word. You're not like a dictator. You're very respected. You're looked to be as very wise counsel, and that you're not going to be unfair. You're not going to be unfair. You take everything into consideration. You take everything into account. And you will come to the most fair conclusion in this situation. But it's something about this is aging you, Gemini. There's something about, you know, I can feel my chest is kind of getting a little bit tighter, and there's like a little bit of an ache on my lower back. There's something about this whole situation that's going on that is just really depleting you quite a lot. But you're still on top form, Gemini. That's what I'm saying. It might feel like there's so much shit going on right now, and you have so many responsibilities, and you're trying to like tie up all the loose ends and try and make sure that the machine is still working as efficiently as it possibly can with as little damage as possible. You know, trying to make replacements here and there. Okay, like, well, we can put this in place instead, and we can do that instead. You know, that will cover this and that will cover that. It's like that. It's like all over the place. But still, you're doing it so admirably, Gemini. You're doing it so admirably, so well, so efficiently, that people don't actually see how much it's aging you, how much it's weighing on you, how much it's weighting you into the earth with this rooted tree here. Yeah. So you have He of the Fiery Sword, Gemini. This is absolute spiritual will. This is determination. Okay? This is literally a card of Gemini because it's the suit of swords in the tarot. This is a spiritual will and absolute determination that you will make it through this situation. You will come out the other end. You have all the answers because the sword is the suit of the mind. It's the suit of communication in the tarot. This isn't tarot, but, you know, if we're going through correspondences. You are absolutely determined to cut through any bullshit, Gemini. You're like chopping. Like, no, let's just absolutely whittle it down and prioritize on what is important here. You're not getting lost in the details as such. It's like there's so many details that you need to consider, but because your brain is just freaking the hawk, mate, you're on top form. By the way, sorry if my tummy rumbles. I haven't eaten yet, and I can feel it starting to rumble. I'm gonna eat after this. But there's something about you that it doesn't matter that there's so many details. You are just like, you're doing it so goddamn efficiently, Gemini. Which, you know, I'm not surprised about. You're one of the air signs, you know, this is your forte. This is your realm, Gemini. But you are absolutely determined to find the clearest path through. The clearest path through. You know, I'm literally just seeing you like going through a forest, just like with your little sword of fire here, just chopping out all the crap, all the unnecessary crap. It's like, no, follow Gemini. Follow Gemini. It's like you're a torchbearer. Wow, Gemini. It's like you're a torchbearer. Because this is the sword of fire. Okay, imagine a sword of like etheric fire. It's like Gemini stood there in front of a group of people. You're definitely taking a leadership stance. Gemini stood there in front of a group of people with this flaming sword like, follow me, guys. You're a torchbearer. You're leading the way through something. You're the pathfinder. You're the wayfinder in this situation, Gemini. You're the wayfinder. People are looking up to you, seriously looking up to you, to find the best, most efficient, the safest path through for all involved. And there you are, just chopping through the forest. clearing the path. Damn, Gemini. This is so cool. I mean, that was a little bit shorter than the other readings, but I don't know, maybe there's something internally telling me that my battery and my storage is going to run out really soon. Oh, sorry if you can hear my housemates downstairs as well. That's some people downstairs if you can hear other voices. But it kind of feels like that's where they want me to end it, Gemini. I kind of feel like whoever this applies for, it's hit the nail on the head. Like it's resonated. You can feel it in your heart. So really, this is just a massive, massive well done from the other side. Like, they are so incredibly proud of how you're handling this situation. I really feel that whatever Gemini I'm connecting with, it's somebody who has the responsibility of a lot of others underneath them. They're carrying, you know, their livelihoods. That's why I really do feel like this is something more around business. Even if it's just a small business, Gemini, you know, even if it's a small business. Or just some sort of a situation where there's a collective group of people that's reliant upon you. Okay, but you're doing an awesome job, Gemini. You are the Torchbearer. You are the Wayfinder. Okay, sorry if I've called you Taurus a few times in this. I feel like I might have just done that then, but maybe I didn't. But there's something about your energies really overlapping right now. Not the Taurus reading, but like your energy in general. It's so incredibly fixed because Taurus energy, and this is why I keep thinking that I'm going into Taurus when I'm talking to you, Gemini. Taurus energy is the bull, right? It pushes, it moves, it's so steady and stable. You know, it's the Knight of Pentacles in the tarot. It's so steady, it's stable, it's one foot in front of the other. We will get through it, we will achieve our goal, we will achieve our endpoint. I think that's why I keep accidentally swapping between Taurus and Gemini, because I think it's that you're really embodying a lot of Taurian energy right now, which is really awesome. Anything you set your mind to right now, Gemini, this situation, even if it's stressing you out and it's weighted on you right now, you are going to come out the other side singing, and everybody else is as well. Okay, so thank you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and hopefully I will see you on my next one. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Take care, stay safe, and love and light to you. Mwah. Bye.